Mini has 8 gigs of RAM, but I need more, so let's upgrade it, at least sort of. Your RAM upgrade, sir. Let's see what did we get here. Yeah, that's the upgrade kit for my Mac Mini. So that's the Mac Studio. Let's open it up. That's the base version. Has 32 gigs of RAM, 24 cores GPU, here we go. Let's see what's inside. Wow, look how it opens. Like that. That's cool. Okay, let's get this thing out. And we have a power cord. Yeah, that's it. That's the content of the box. Yeah, here we go. So that's the long-awaited Mac Studio, which will be used for video editing for our YouTube channel. Here you go, that's how it looks like. It's the same footstep, just a bit taller. With a traditional PC you can upgrade your CPU, GPU, RAM, SSD, almost everything. Even on a traditional laptop you usually can upgrade your RAM and SSD, while the CPU and the GPU are soldered on board. On Mac, if you need to upgrade something, you just have one option: buy a new computer. The RAM is soldered to the CPU, the GPU is built in, and the CPU is soldered on board. Absolutely no upgradable components. Everything is soldered. The SSD is soldered on board, everything. Even on Mac Studio, where the SSD is not soldered on board, it cannot be replaced with a larger capacity model, just with the same one. My Mac Mini has 8 gigs of RAM. This is not enough for me for video editing. So today we will together figure out how much RAM I actually need. macOS is very efficient operating system when it comes to memory management. It will compress the memory and it will swap the memory when more RAM is needed for the applications. What is swapping? Swapping is pushing less used memory pages from the RAM to the SSD, and when they are needed by applications, pulling them back. The problem is, when you have too many applications running and not enough RAM, the swapping will occur very frequently. At some point it may lead to extreme situation which is called crashing, when your computer will be too busy with pulling and pushing the pages back and forth. Why should I care about swapping? The operating system does its magic. As far as everything works, everything is fine. Is that right? Partially yes. But there is one concern, and that's the lifespan of your SSD. The SSD has limited cycles of rewrite, and once you will wear it out, your computer will fail. Remember we told that Mac has soldered SSD? Yeah, so that you should take in consideration. We use iMovie for video editing. I think this is a very powerful video editor and it is pretty easy to use. When watching YouTube, I recognize many channels are actually using this program. Now we are editing a clip on my Mac Mini with 8 gigs of RAM. And you can see in the activity monitor, no swapping at all. This is great. But that is just a short clip. Let's try something a bit longer. Let's render it in 4K and see what happens. It is rendering, but no swapping yet. Let's make it even harder. I will open my YouTube channel in the browser. Yeah, memory pressure got yellow. The machine started swapping. Actually pretty amazing. It seems after the recent software update, swapping policy has changed. So, what is the catch? More than 1 hour estimation for exporting the video. Let's close the browser and see if it helps. Yes, it does. The time estimation has changed and shortly the export was finished. Before the last software update, it was swapping much more heavily without opening additional apps. Let's try the same out on my new Mac Studio. As we can see, when it renders and I have a browser open in parallel, it is still using over 20 gigs of RAM but no swapping. And export estimation time is about 2 minutes. So how much RAM do I need for video editing? It appears at least 20 gigabytes, maybe 24, but for me the way to go is 32 gigabytes of RAM. Thank you for watching this video, please subscribe.